It's a really privileged position that I'm in right now, and I actually want to make use of it. So I kind of came back after that, and then I got to join in with Soccer Aid. Now, that was a nervy time because it was right in the thick of when the video had been released, right? And I was getting a lot of hate online. There was death threats, there was all sorts of stuff. My biggest worry was actually stepping off the team bus that day, because I was initially sure I was going to get booed. I'd never really been in that position with you guys before. I kind of ruined that moment for myself. To be honest with you, I just kind of got through the game at that point, because it wasn't really about me, let's be honest. It was about saving children around the world, and it was a great opportunity. I'm so glad I got to play in it again this year, which was much better. I really enjoyed that. I'm so thankful for the guys looking out for me and kind of coaching me through that, because it was a really tough time to be able to step onto that worldwide stage. And there was 80,000 people watching me make a absolute fool of myself trying to play football. And then shortly after that, I got to go to this wonderful place in Louisiana and kind of go and get my head straight. One of the main things that they ask you when you're trying to find out about yourself is like, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? What do you do for fun? I had no idea. I did not know what to answer for that question. There was a short part of it where I started to draw a little bit, and it was actually like kind of the medium, that and almost like poetry and songwriting are my two favourite things to do art-wise. I got to meet David Hockney, which was amazing. I got to know him through his great nephew, and at the time I remember him saying to me like, oh, you know, you should meet David, he'll probably want to draw you. I was like, well, I'll draw him. I don't know what possessed me to say I'm going to draw I think he's like one of the highest selling artists alive today. But I did draw him, and this actually gave me a massive leap in confidence, because I got a beautiful chance to give it to him. And here's a picture of him smiling with it. It's actually up now, I think, in his house. One of the coolest moments, I'd say, of my career so far, at least in my art career. Jesus. Art, you know, kind of gives me a little bit of an escape from things, I'd say, which is kind of cliche to say, isn't it? But oh well. I was in bad shape up to that point, and I was really happy more than anything when I arrived to kind of put a stopper on life and work. I didn't have my phone for, you know, nearly 100 days. I didn't connect with the outside world at all. And it was kind of prepping me for that moment. Upon leaving, actually, was the hardest point, was turning the phone back on, if I'm honest with you, because it was a little bit scary. But it was a nice world to come back out to. Ever since then, I've just kind of been trying to learn to get to know this new guy. I'm very lucky, thanks to you guys at home and thanks to this wonderful life that I have, that I had a vehicle to do that, which is music. Time with Bear has been really, really great. Honestly, more than anything, I want to say thank you to him and his mum for giving me a little bit of freedom to go and get well in that moment, because I had to. There's no point trying to be a dad when you've got nothing to teach, and I don't think up until this point I really had much to say to him other than just caring for him deeply and loving him very deeply, which obviously are the most important things. But I just kind of feel like I've got more of a grip on life now, and everything that was kind of getting away from me, I kind of have got more of a handle on, let's say. And he's awesome. I mean, he's growing up far too quickly. He actually texted me the other day off his iPad saying, hello dad, right. What? You're 6. Like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I tried to make it jokey because I thought, what am I in trouble for now? And then I put hello with no H. And the simple response I got back was, no, it's not hello, it's hello with a H. So he's learning really quickly. He's far more smarter than I think I'll ever be. Yeah, he's a wonder, but he's definitely learning to talk at this moment in time, and it's a lot of fun to be around, to watch him grow. So actually, after I got back out, that process had worked for me to a certain extent, but also there was still some little bits left that I kind of had to deal with myself. And then coming out and finding people who haven't been through that scenario and trying to like apply what you've learned about people to people just doesn't really work. I mean, with people, come on. So I had to go out, and I went to Dubai, which was the best thing I ever did. It was at a Hans Zimmer concert with a friend of mine called Umar that I had my last drink, and he was sober, and I'd kind of been watching him for a week. He's a fantastic businessman, wonderful soul, and one of the most generous human beings I think I've ever come across. And what kind of happened was I was watching this beautiful symphony, I was having a drink, and then I was like, you know what, this just isn't serving me at all. I don't really need this right now. It's the first time I've ever put a drink down and gone to someone else, yeah, you finish that, I don't need it. And I haven't picked one up since, which has almost been 6 months, which I'm excited about. It's good. It's good to be in this position. And then, yeah, I definitely don't need those things anymore. The party's over. So, yeah, I'm actually going back on stage sooner than you think. I got a little South American tour going on. I mean, I would have never thought this time last year I'd be saying that, but it's quite amazing, really. Am I scared? Yes, a little bit, because it's kind of the only bit performing that I haven't road tested in this new frame of mind, and not having anything to lean on does sound quite daunting, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Those famous last words. Ooh, a little bit of Jeopardy, who doesn't love it? These are all the dates here. I think overall, Latin America, we've always said in interviews, at least I've always said, I won't speak on behalf of the other boys, is one of the craziest places to go to, because you guys have got that fiery Latin fan spirit. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you for catching up with me, but it's great to be back. And to be honest with you guys, I don't really know what I want to post. If I'm, you know, who the hell knows what they're doing in this online world anyway? So if you guys want to let me know more of the content that you want to see from me underneath and through various other channels, let me know what it is you guys want to see from me. What do you want from me? No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, we've got like things like TikTok and stuff, which I'm kind of starting off to learn about. Will not start dancing, might start dancing, won't start dancing, will. Yay! Obviously, I got to do the content with No Bet, which was quite fun. And like I said, I could keep going on about what's behind me and the many, 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 many mistakes that I've made up to this point. It definitely humbled me, and I'm hoping from here on out I can kind of make the content that you guys want to see. Please leave some notes below, and I'll see you soon.